Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into a classic piece of literature, but we're treating it like a fast-paced, active investigation. We are officially opening the case file on Enid Blyton's 1943 novel, The Mystery of the Burnt Cottage. You know, this is the very first book in her legendary 5 Find Outers and Dogs series, and it absolutely sets the tone for a tightly woven village mystery.
Okay, let's dive into this. The inciting incident is literally right there in the title. Late one night, a small thatched cottage belonging to a guy named Mr. Hick mysteriously goes up in flames. And it leaves us, and the characters of course, with one massive burning question. Was this just a terrible accident, or was it deliberate arson?
Section 1. The scene of the crime. Let's set the stage, shall we?
This story relies on a beautifully classic mystery structure. First off, the cottage catches fire. Next, 5 kids just happen to be right there at the scene. And what initially looks like a completely accidental late-night fire transforms into a proper detective case as they start gathering clues. Eventually, this all leads up to the discovery of a completely hidden motive. It's a wonderfully simple setup, really. You've got clear suspects and a steady, satisfying trail of clues.
Right at the center of this whole shebang are the 5 Find Outers: Larry, Daisy, Pip, Betts, and the absolutely brilliant newcomer Frederick Algernon Trottville, though you'll usually just hear him called Fatty. Oh, and we absolutely can't forget his dog Buster! Because this crew is on the ground so early, they immediately start noticing suspicious behavior and uncovering some pretty glaring contradictions in Mr. Hick's story.
Section 2. Detectives versus clueless adults.
Blyton leans so heavily into this dynamic, and honestly, she basically created the foundational blueprint for modern middle-grade mysteries here. It works incredibly well because it empowers young readers, right? It makes the kids the only ones capable of seeing the actual truth. On one side, you have these brilliant, highly observant kids like Fatty, who's just outsmarting everyone left and right, and on the other side, clueless, frankly, foolish adults like the local policeman Mr. Goon, who completely misses the obvious. Though, fortunately, the kids do get some occasional, very essential backup from Inspector Jenks when it really counts.
Section 3. The evidence. Pros and cons. Let's weigh it all out.
So, how does this book actually hold up today? Well, looking at the strengths, it is highly engaging, it features a perfectly logical, satisfying mystery, and it introduces a memorable cast that really grows over the course of the series. But there are some weaknesses to consider. By modern standards, the writing is pretty simple and can get a bit repetitive. Plus, the adult characters, especially the police, are written to be so foolish that their behavior feels heavily exaggerated. And this brilliantly illustrates the contrast. You're getting a wildly satisfying puzzle, but you have to accept some rather simplistic writing and over-the-top grown-ups to enjoy it.
Section 4. The final verdict.
So, with all the evidence laid out, is this 80-year-old mystery still worth opening up today? The ruling is an absolute yes. This is a very strong series opener. It works incredibly well if you're looking for a nostalgic read, or honestly, it's a fantastic beginner mystery for someone who's just getting into the genre.
So the crucial point is that while it isn't deeply complex, it wildly succeeds at encouraging readers to actually think like detectives. If you're a fan of light mysteries, school-age sleuth, and classic British storytelling, this is just a fantastic starting point.